Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. This time we're going to be looking at a pretty cool modern combo deck. Called it Hulk Flash after the sort of original combo, which is a legacy combo. But it's more like Hulk Footsteps, I guess. So basically what we want to do is get Protean Hulk into the graveyard, then use Footsteps of the Gregorio to put it on the battlefield. We'll be forced to sacrifice at end of turn, and then we can search up our combo pieces. So combo goes, we fetch up Body Double and Viscera Seer after the Hulk dies. Then the Body Double copies the Protean Hulk in our graveyard. We sack the Body Double to Viscera Seer, get to use the Protean Hulk's ability again, and second time round we search out Revelark and Mog Fanatic. And so then we've got a Viscera Seer, a Revelark and a Mog Fanatic on board. We sack Mog Fanatic to ping our opponent for 1 damage, sack Revelark, and then use Revelark's ability to get back the Body Double that's in our graveyard and the Mog Fanatic. The Body Double then copies Revelark, and then rinse and repeat. Basically we've got Revelark and Mog Fanatic on board, and we can sack one after another to do 1 damage a time, and that's an infinite combo basically. So that's the purpose of the deck. We've also got a load of draw and discard, so we can get our cards into the graveyard where we want them, and then also dig deeper to find the combo pieces. And yeah, that's basically it. We've also got Thoughtseize to sort of look at our hand and prevent any disruption, and also in its pinch we can target ourselves and discard the Hulk to that. So that's the rough deck list basically. My sideboard's a little loose at the moment, but I wasn't wanting Leyline of Sanctity, I think, was in the original build, which I don't really want to build until Modern Masters 2015 comes out, because it's confirmed as a reprint. So this is kind of a bit of a hodgepodge, but Hiving Needle and Pact of Negation really nice way of protecting our combo, as we can win in 1 turn basically, so we're happy to use that. Put some Dispels in as well, added sort of control defense. Echoing Truth is just an answer to various things. It's always nice to have an out to problem permanents that could come around. And then I've got a bit of removal, and again some more counters. Probably could use some work with sideboard, but that's what we're working with at the moment. So let's go on to a game, let's see things running. So our first matchup is against a mono green Stompy deck. Underway, so we're on the play here. This is our opening hand. Double Thoughtseize, Ideas and Bound, Faceless Looting. So we've got a nice few bits to search a bit deeper. Got half of our combo, and obviously we've got ways to throw a Hulk into the graveyard if needs be, so looks fairly solid. I could have just gone for a straight Faithless Looting. I decided to be a bit more conservative and just wait that out. I'd also rather have a blue source actually, I think, which is the main thing. So I really want to search up a Watery Grave given our current hand. So I think that was possibly part of the reason I wanted to do that. So here our opponent's run out an Experiment 1, which I'm not too scared about at this moment in time. I'm just going to cast Ideas and Bound so I can see as many cards as possible, as early as possible. We draw into Scalding Tarn, Thoughtseize. I'm not really too excited about Thoughtseize against his deck. It's an aggro deck, so I can't really afford to be losing too much life against him. So I think I'm probably going to discard most of these Thoughtseizes. Lands either, definitely to get to 3 lands, but after that it's less important to really hit your lands. So we can be quite suicidal in terms of discarding lands and things. So yeah, I pitch a couple of Thoughtseize. I don't think they're going to be great in this matchup, and I think we're probably better off running without them, and just keeping the lands around in case we need them. Our opponent plays a Tusker, evolves his Experiment 1, attacking for 2, which is fine. Draw another land. I'm going to search up a red source because we don't have one just yet. I'm going to cast Faithless Looting, which draws into a Viscera Seer and a Protean Hulk, which is perfect. Means we can combo next turn, which is brilliant. Let's go my third Thoughtseize. Knowing his kind of deck, I just don't see there's going to be anything that we really need to clear the way for. Though I suppose it probably would have been still worth having a look, given that we don't really need the extra land. So we could have discarded land and Thoughtseize in this turn, just to make sure that he's definitely not got anything. I mean, I suppose he could be splashing white and have Path to Exile, which is a problem, but given the general builds of these types of decks, I can't really think of anything that's going to stop our combo in a mono, what looks to be a mono green deck. So we'll play Strangle Group Geist and attacks with everything. He gets in for 7. I've got nothing to block, but I ran out the Viscera Seer there just in case I did want to block. Obviously with him tapped out I wasn't concerned, and he does no way he's really dealing 14 damage in a single turn to us. Well, not by any way that I know, but yeah, so I could have blocked there, so that's why I ran it out just in case, but there isn't really a situation where that he would have been able to kill us that turn. So I believe this is turn 4. I'm going to go to Footsteps Hulk, going to sack it to the Seer, get body double, and the second Viscera Seer, copy the Hulk, sack the Hulk, get Revel Arc and Mob Fanatic. And that's the combo. We sack the Mob Fanatic, sack the Revel Arc, copying the body double and the Mob Fanatic to the battlefield, and then the body double copies the Revel Arc. We sack the Mob Fanatic, we sack the Revel Arc, return the body double and the Mob Fanatic, as you will see. So a lot of people aren't really familiar with this combo, for obvious reasons I suppose. Not a heavily played one, this is going to go through a few iterations, but at least you'll get to see the combo in action, I suppose. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying. It takes multiple clicks, which is quite annoying. It's about 7 clicks because you have to Seer to say that you're using its ability, click Mob Fanatic to use its ability, then click the creature you want to sacrifice with the Viscera Seer, then pick the 2 creatures you want out of your graveyard with the Revel Arc ability and all that. So it's, you know, slightly more work than you'd like it to be. It takes a very long time to actually kill someone. I was just playing in tournament practice, which is probably beneficial, because people will just concede, but I think if you're actually playing in a proper MTGO tournament, you might have a few problems with the clock, I imagine. So let's go on to game 2. That first game went pretty well. I think that was a turn 4 win, which, I mean, isn't particularly uncommon for this deck. You can certainly do 2 at turn 3 win, which is your best thing, but the deck is fairly consistent, I would say. Not perfect, but certainly not as bad as I thought it might be. Opponent has a tried militant. Missed his hand. Let's go back. Militant anyway, but that doesn't actually concern us, given all our combo pieces are creatures. Does mean we can't flash back this Faithless Looting, but it's not the end of the world. So let's do this again. So I just lead off with a Gataxian Probe. Take a look at his hand. He's got double Leatherback, a Dried Militant, and a Rancor. We've got double Pithing Needle in our hand. Brought those in for the potential scavenging ooze that he might have, which would definitely be a problem for us. It's a card that well, it's probably one of the biggest problems for the deck, to be honest, particularly people running it in their main decks. So run out Scalding Tarn, play Steam Vents, and I'm just going to Faithless Looting here, pitching the Body Double and the Protean Hulk. It's possible to hard cast the Body Double, but in general I think you're better off just pitching them into the graveyard for the combo purpose, and then you can fetch them back with your Revlark or whatever. So unfortunately we haven't drawn into Footsteps, but more spells and more time. Put Rancor's up, can hit us for 4. It's a bit unfortunate we've taken a bit of life loss. I think I skipped past that Sim Revisions, unfortunately. I won't go back on it though. So we drew into a Protean Hulk. I think I kept I think it was Ideas Unbound on top, just to draw that much deeper, as we're now running a little light now on draw spells. We'll play the Pithing Evil and just play a name Scavenging Ooze preemptively. You might not have it, it may never play it, but be a problem for us if he did, and given that we have the time to use it, we might as well. Spun attack to 4, he actually finds his second land drop, which he seemed to be missing, which is certainly good for us, and he's dropped another Militant onto the board. Let's play Water Grade tapped. Given that our opponent's got 6 points of damage, I'm just going to keep up Is It Charmed in case we need to off his one of these Militants, rather than just running out the Ideas Unbound straight off, which would have been the ideal situation. So opponent attacks for 6, tries to get the but obviously we're just going to use Is It Charmed to stay alive. She's good for us. He also used it on his bigger creature, which was a little bit foolish. So we're actually only going to take 2 here, which is certainly very good for us. Use Ideas Unbound to draw another card, draw some more cards. Find a Mog Fanatic and another Ideas Unbound. I'm just going to run out the Mog Fanatic here, as it's actually going to be able to be useful as a blocker. Also, it's entirely useless in our hand. One of the ways you can, I guess, lose or just like not have the combo is having some of your cards stuck in your hand. So if you do draw Mag Fanatic, you might as well run it out and either sort of end up with it in the graveyard or just have it in play. So I'm going to draw the Hulk. I'm going to discard the Hulk. I don't think we really need the second Needle. And as I said, lands aren't particularly important to us. Attacks with the Militant, which I'm just going to block. Don't really want to go down to 1, and I mean he could have had a pump spell or something like that, so I think that seemed like the most sensible option. And then off the top we get Footsteps of the Goryo, so I mean we would have seen at least another 3 cards, so I don't feel like that was too lucky, to be honest, and we have drawn a lot of spells cards, so very happy to see that, obviously, and that wraps up the match. So yeah, a little bit more of a longer game. Had to play around some of the things he had, and Is It Charmed did a really great job of saving the game for us from that pump spell. So glad that it's just a great utility card. Can save the game for us or can dig us that much deeper. But yeah, that was the deck in action, and managed to pick up the win.